friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energy to you guys. Most amazing, beautiful viewers. I'm so blessed to be here. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome, welcome, and welcome. I'm so glad you found me. And for those of you guys returning, I'm so blessed, so grateful to do your reading again today. I can't wait to get into this reading. Haven't done one like this, and I do want to see what pulls through. We're going to be taking a look at how it is you perceive yourself, your own energy, how you think your energy is impacting your situation, your circumstance, a specific person, okay, whatever pulls through here in regards to your own perception or understanding. And then we'll take a look at the other side. So this is going to be either another person that you have on your mind. This could certainly be a situation or circumstance and how your energy is impacting that specific situation. Okay, so whatever fits for you guys, this is a general reading, so it's not going to be an exact sort of fit in regards to, you know, person, could be a situation and your energy. And we could certainly have it flipped where we're taking a look at how you're sort of perceiving a specific person or energy or situation versus what's actually sort of happening. Okay, I know that's a lot, but I want to preface it this way because this is how this energy might come out, and I don't want you to waste your time with one understanding. Okay, I learned long ago not to pigeonhole myself into an understanding of what it is Spirit's going to deliver. And it'd be pretty vain of me to assume that Spirit's going to deliver exactly what it is that I'm thinking Spirit's going to deliver. Spirit's going to deliver whatever Spirit wants to deliver. Okay, but this reading was coming through as your own understanding, perception of self, how you see yourself, and then versus the other side. And so since the other side could certainly be a person on your mind, someone you're involved with, they could certainly be completely out to lunch when it comes to your energy. Okay, so this is why it's important that we don't take any sort of hard feelings away. Somebody could have a lot of shadow, a lot of pain, and project that onto you. Okay, they could be threatened, they could be fearful, and all of that could just be a projection of how they're seeing you, which definitely may or may not be accurate. Okay, and it could be somebody who has a completely, accurate view. They're certainly objective. Maybe they've experienced something from their own end that, you're missing and you're not privy to for whatever reason. And so this whole reading is intended for you to engage with people, situations a little smoother when you understand the other side, whether it be right or wrong, accurate or not, objective or just someone's perspective. Okay. As long as, like I say, you don't take it to heart, like someone else's opinion of you or the way they perceive you has absolutely no bearing on your self-worth and who you are. Okay. So keep that in mind. But if you're not prepared to engage with this reading, then this might not be the reading for you. You can come back. And since we only have 3 piles here, this isn't going to be everybody's reading. Okay, but the first part, we're going to start with how you're perceiving yourself. And so in the event that it's crisscrossed, it may come out that it is how your situation is perceiving you, okay? Or you're the person on your mind is perceiving you. So just be open that it could be crisscrossed or flip-flopped. And in some cases, it could certainly just be your own perception of someone else and then their own perception of themselves. Okay, that could certainly come through as well. I know that's a lot, but I just wanted to preface how this may come out. And we're going to be open to whatever Spirit wants to show. And we're going to know that one energy has to resonate with our perception. Okay, as long as it's our perception of either ourselves or someone else, then we know that we've tapped into the right pile. Okay, so beautiful angels. Let's take a look at the decks we're using before I tell you guys about the 3 picks here. So we have the Who Is It Oracle. We have the Archetypes cards. We have the recently acquired Anagram Oracle, which I absolutely love. Came in this pouch, so I'm just showing the card here where you guys can order this if you're interested. And then the Astrology Oracle. And finally, for the tarot, we'll be using the Glow in the Dark Tarot. We'll also be using 2 sets of charms here, okay, from both of these kits to get initials and to get some charms so we can tap into the energy in sort of multiple aspects, okay? So 3 options to choose from for today's reading. Option number 1 is this iridescent snowflake. Option number 2 is this yellow lotus flower. Option number 3 is this Canadian goose feather. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and select from the timestamp. We'll take you directly to your pick, and I will see you at your pick. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 1, you guys picked the iridescent snowflake for your pick. I do believe this is a Christmas tree ornament. Absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look at this reading, shall we? So I do suggest you go back to the intro to know how this reading could come out. Okay, but the intention is how you're perceiving yourself versus how your situation or the person on your mind is perceiving your energy or intaking your energy from their point of view. Okay, this could come through objectively if it's your situation, or it could come through completely twisted based on your person's projections and fears and fantasies, whatever. Okay, I don't know what we're going to see here. Okay, so this is all intended for you and whatever energy to be able to understand how to work together better. Okay, regardless if someone's perspective or situation is sort of not in line with how you're seeing it, we can always make compromises or at least have a good understanding of where that energy is sitting so we can make better choices or communicate differently or whatever we need to do to course correct. Okay, definitely up to you. Don't take things personal. Okay, so I'm going to put this right over here, and I am going to get rid of these boxes, which we have charms, but I did want to use these charms as well to get another layer into this reading. So let's first start though with the Who Is It Oracle and see. These are like potentially like features. Okay, and I'm going to pull 4 cards. Now, you don't have to resonate with these 4 features, but they're going to be just sort of a clue to whoever's on the other end wanting to confirm whether this is their pile or not. Okay, if there's one sort of feature here that lines up with how you look, then take that as confirmation that this is indeed your pile or what side this is. Okay, but we're going to pull 4 cards. Spirit for pile number 1 in regards to their energy and how they perceive themselves. Pile 1, can we get some description of energy? Okay, and then we will pull, like I said, the charms. So let's take a look at this. If only one sort of resonates and the other 3 don't, it could still be your pile. Okay, like I said, it's just another way for you to tap into this energy to see if this is yours. Okay, so we have skin condition. I forget the name of this, but there's like blotchy skin here. Okay, so skin condition could be really anything. Some of you guys could even be trying to heal something in regards to your skin. Maybe you have a rash. Maybe you have sensitive skin. Maybe there's eczema. You know, maybe you're, I don't know, have like a skin procedure that you do. But this could be something that resonates for somebody, okay, with skin condition. Now I am getting another download here. I'm getting sensitive. So very sensitive. You know, when they say if you have thick skin, feeling somebody who is extra highly sensitive. Okay, this could be physically, like your skin could just be sensitive and irritated easily, or it could be that you're highly, highly emotional. Okay, then we have blonde. Okay, so whether you're a dyed blonde, natural blonde, have blonde hair, then that's another sort of indicator here. And we have vibrant apparel. So flashy, maybe colorful, maybe like high-end designer, sharply dressed, potentially a Virgo. And Virgos know how to dress. Props to my Virgos. Medium skin tone. So not too pale, not too dark. Okay, it could be Hispanic. Olive-skinned, European, potentially. You could have dark hair as well. I know we had blonde hair, but we have this dark black almost, or dark brown. Okay, and both of these, all three of these girls have longer looking hair. So you can have long hair. It says red lipstick, blush, makeup. No, I don't know if she's wearing makeup. Okay, you could wear some makeup. And this guy's wearing a watch and he has a tie clip. So we could accessorize, have a lot of accessories. We might like to wear a hair up in a ponytail like this girl. We might have an affinity for lingerie. She's in a bra. Okay, so, you know, people who like to keep their undergarments looking nice and sexy. And this one has a nice scarf here. She looks like she might be East Indian. Okay, so that could resonate, from India. Alrighty. So now that we have that, also purple is coming through as a color. So purple does represent a highly spiritual color. Okay, this girl even looks like, it says blonde, but her hair is coming through purple in this card. So you could have like funky colored hair with the purple, but purple, like I say, is representing psychic. Okay, so you might be very in tune with her psychic abilities. Any of the clairs, clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, whatever sort of psychic ability you might have. Also the purple tie. Okay, you might like purple. Purple might be your favorite color, maybe your favorite flavor. Okay, so that's a lot that comes through here with that. So if any of those sort of sounded like your energy, let's pull some charms and then we will do the cards. So I'm going to just shuffle these a little. Okay, and now I'm going to grab some of that, and then some of these. Okay, and I'm going to move this out of the way. Put this over here. Let's pull the cards, shall we? Pile number 1 and how they're seeing themselves. This pile 1 perceiving themselves energetically, outputting energy. How do they perceive themselves? We have basic fear number 14, appearing stupid, appearing senseless, get belittled, worldliness, get invaded, appearing ignorant, exhaustion by noise. The number 5, the observer, thinking center between interior and exterior. Okay, interesting energy. 14 is temperance, Sagittarius energy. How is pile 1 seeing themselves? 48 with sin, lie, sneakiness, deception, trickery, falsehood, simulation, appearance. Type 3, the achiever, emotional center between appearance and authenticity. Okay. Now remember, energy comes through quite heavy for me to channel, okay? It doesn't have to be to the degree of a liar, okay? But this could be needing to be more authentic, okay? And appearing stupid could be we just don't say what we mean because we don't want to appear in a certain way, you know? So, essence, 107, truth. Interesting. Look, we have lie and truth. Two polar opposite energies here. Now, we are multidimensional beings, okay? And this and that could certainly be true. So we have two aspects here. And with this essence, 107 says truth, straightness, trustworthy, lawful, reality, objectivity, and compassion. Number 8, the challenger, instinctive center between strength and weakness. Okay. Let's pull one of these. Pile number 1, how they see themselves. We have Mercury and Saturn, 24, or the number 6. So Mercury is all about communication. And Saturn is potentially the dedication, the long-term sacrifices or commitments. And when we invest in something, we stay committed and dedicated to achieving outcome. Okay. Mercury is the ruling planet for Gemini, Virgo, which I was tapping in here. Saturn is Capricorn energy. And Aquarius for some of you guys. Let's pull one of these, and then we'll pull the tarot. And we'll go through the charms. Shapeshifter. Oh my goodness. Light attributes. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. Shadow attributes. Projecting an image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. Interesting. Okay. Let's pull some tarot. Pile number 1 and how they see themselves. How are they seeing themselves currently? How does pile 1 see themselves energetically here? 10 Pentacles. That's that Saturn energy. Lovers. That's that Gemini energy. And, oopsie, I gotta cover this. Do we have, oops. What should I use? Let's use this one again. Oh, I used it yesterday. Okay. Okie dokie. Pile number 1 and how they see themselves. Spirit. 4 swords. Okay. Let's take a look at the charms. We have the Capricorn goat. Yes. So I'll put it right here by this. Let's keep them all over here, but I was going to put them by the Saturn. We have this alarm clock. We have a key. Okay. We have this chess piece. Now, I know someone told me which one's the king and the queen. I think this is the king, if I'm not mistaken. The king piece. I'm going to read it. Chess piece, sorry. Chess piece, the king. We have the tree of life. Okay. We have the cross. Okay. We have this gold master, gold star, more Aquarius energy pulling through. Getting Pisces as well with the cross. And we have the initials A, D. Okay, we have the number 4, 4, and 7. So you could be 44, you could be 47, you could be 74. 447 could be an address. 474, 744. Okay. 4 is all about stability, structure, foundations, planning. It's Emperor energy. 7 is all about faith, which you have the cross here. Okay, wisdom, reflection, understanding. So July could be significant. April could be significant. April 7th, July 4th. We have the whale's tail. More Pisces energy coming through. And we have this skate. So skating could be important. Some of you guys might like hockey. You might like figure skating. We have the house, which is giving me Emperor energy. Again, stability, home. That's 10 Pentacles. Okie dokie. So I'm going to be channeling using all of this and see what I see here and how you see yourself. Okay. Okay. I think you see yourself actually in a good light. Okay. Now I am getting a little bit of objective energy coming here from spirits to communicate to me so I know what I'm seeing here, because I do think you're not seeing yourself very clearly, if I have to be honest. Okay. And we'll see when we see the other side, but your person might not even see you accurately. I feel like you feel like you've been in control. Okay. And I feel like you're feeling like being in control of how others see you and whether you appear successful or not is under your own ability. There's a lot of fears in other people seeing you in a way that you don't want for whatever reason. I don't want them to think I'm stupid, or I don't want them to have more control or power over me. There's this feeling that you come here with. Okay, now like I said, if this is your person, then you could flip it. But there's this feeling of being smarter and knowing how to get one's way and finagle the other person or the situation or people, whatever you came here about, into believing the story of who you're projecting at that time. And so I feel like there's a little bit here about you wanting something for yourself that I feel you've been trying to create. I do feel it could be for quite some time. Okay. And it's like, but you want to win it your way, or you want to get it through your way. I feel like you've been waiting for quite some time here, or doing whatever you can, but not necessarily getting the results you want. And it could very well be because you are still thinking you're some form of doer that's going to accomplish something of your own accord. Okay. And so there's this energy of I feel like you have a way of perceiving outcome or what you want to build. And so you have a vision, and then whatever that outcome vision is drives your current action. And so to me, coming through here objectively, it does feel almost like a selfish type energy, because it's like, I want to achieve and attain and get there. And to you, it might appear like someone who is ambitious and convicted and relentless, which could be positive qualities. But I feel like it's at all costs, and it's at doing sort of certain things here that aren't necessarily authentically you. And so I feel like you can read a room very well. And you kind of know, or at least you think you know, how to manipulate people and situations, but I don't think you're doing it with malintent, that you want to be a manipulator to sort of cause harm to others. But I feel like the manipulation is, I see what I want, I know where I want to go, and so I will utilize you, whoever, situations, people, whoever's in my way, whatever I need to do, whatever I need to say, in a way here that I get to my outcome. But at the same time, it's like there is this not wanting to have a bad reputation. So it's almost like I don't want to get caught. I don't know if these are the right words, okay, but I'm using them because it displays the picture. I don't want to get caught with people thinking I'm inauthentic or that I am a manipulator, because I'm not. And so we might be convincing ourselves, because it's like, but what I want is something good. It's not manipulation if I'm not really hurting anyone, and so we're convincing ourselves that what we do is for the best interest. But it's like, best interest of who? Like, even if you have a good intention and want like something built successfully, it might not be in line with who you're working with or other people. They might have their own, goals, outcomes, or whatever. But it's like, there's a lot of conviction. There's a lot of weight put on how you're perceived by, I don't know if it's by everyone. I don't think so. I think it's by like people that maybe matter to you. You don't want to appear in any way that's outside of what you yourself are projecting. So it's like, if I want to appear like I'm slow so that I could get what I want, then I hope this person thinks I'm slow. If I want to appear in charge and in control, then I put that out there and I hope that that person, it's not even hope, it's like you think that person does see you in that way. And it's like, I'm capable of being trustworthy and honest, and I know what reality is because I have this understanding of how I'm engaged in every situation and can control this about me. So therefore, I'm conscious, which is actually also objectively coming through here not true. And so I didn't feel these readings were going to be this heavy or difficult, but I do feel like this is something we're having to heal. And I do feel like with this Lovers, we're going to see the other side, but it might all make sense near the end. Okay. And like I said, this could certainly be your person. I don't know. Okay. But this is a heavy shadow that we might not even know we carry. And so I feel like with this Lovers, I feel there is either a destined partnership or a path that we're on right now that might be making us look at this or deal with this so that we can heal this part and understand this part. Because I feel like we use our energy, say certain things, do certain things, adjust in certain ways in a way that manipulates the external circumstance or people to our liking so that we can achieve outcome. I feel like sometimes we can be hurtful as well, because I do feel we're inconsiderate when we do this. And so we might not know the ramifications of us doing this, but it's like a protective tactic. So we don't want to be on the losing end or the flip side. We don't want to get judged, but then we're doing it with others by however we're acting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I do feel a strong masculine energy here, despite us having more feminine energy here. Okay. I do feel a very sort of strong, like masculine energy. Could be quite stubborn here. And if you resonated at the beginning with this, it could be for you to stick with this pile, because we'll see in the back end, if this was you and this don't sound like you, I'm just saying, this could certainly be a person you're dealing with here. I don't know. Sometimes there's reasons why it comes flipped the way it does, but only you know. Okay. But I do feel it is a masculine energy. And if it's not like a male, it's somebody who is not in feminine energy to be open and receptive. It's like, I'm going to win and do what I need to do and say in every situation, maybe not every, but whatever, predominantly in maybe in this connection that we're reading about, or this situation that I'm dealing with, everything I can say and do in order to maintain control of outcome, control of how I appear, so I could build the thing that I want in the way that I want it to be. And so Spirit is showing a clear path of healing, maybe a mirroring here and a connection, in order for us to see this about ourselves and understand ourselves. And know that, yes, we are multidimensional beings, so we can obviously have shadow and light with the lie and the truth. Okay, and just because we're aware of when we're lying and when we're being truthful, that doesn't mean we're conscious. We're still in an energy of fog, because the truest version of self doesn't need to get involved with appearing in a certain way and outcome and doing this, that, or the other. But I feel like there's a lot of this sort of, like I say, manipulation. So this to me feels like a reverse magician energy, But underneath this, there is, like, the reason we do this is because I don't want others to see really who I am. And then I'm vulnerable here. And then I'm all out of game. And so I appear like I'm weak, don't know. I could get attacked. Like, there's a defense about being seen. And so we might have a twisted view of how we see ourselves, because I don't think we really, okay, so let me dive in deeper to this, because at first I said you have this like grandiose way of seeing yourself, like you're in control and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like there's that understanding. But I think underneath and subconsciously, the reason we're doing this is because we don't really see ourselves as somebody who might be all that strong and confident. So we put this on in order to maintain the control and understanding that we have of self. And so that's why I'm saying it's not really conscious, because underneath in the subconscious, this is all driven out of fear of actually being seen and saying, I don't know what I'm doing, or I can work with another and be vulnerable here to how it goes, or cooperate in a way that I'm not trying to manipulate and say certain things to go in certain ways. And, this is a stubborn energy. I feel like this is someone who wouldn't let something go. I feel like this is somebody who would get, I say revenge, but it's like, it's like, I want justice in this for myself. It's like this person doesn't ever want to be wronged. And so there could be an energy of like, when we experience something unjust, it's automatically, this is unfair. Meanwhile, it's like the universe knows karmically, maybe this was the most just thing. And maybe it was karmically balancing things out, but we take it like it was a threat at us. So we're threatened by other people. This is unfair. This treating me unfair. This person deserves this. Like, we're cutting the justice. We're making judgments about people and situations, thinking we're the fair judge of that. And so therefore it entitles me to act this way. It entitles me to do these things and say these things, and I'm justified in doing this and that. But I think I do feel for a lot of you guys, this is your person, because I was reading yesterday's reading. If you're new to this channel, and if you didn't listen to yesterday's reading, there was a controlling sort of person there that came through. Feels almost the same. But I'm getting with this alarm clock and this lovers, there's a destined wake up here. Okay, and this wake up is waking up to consciousness. And I feel like there's a destined either a partnership or path that we're on or experience we're having in order, like I say, to see and heal a part of us. And so maybe this has been predominantly your energy and we're now sort of waking up to this. We could have already woke up to this. So if you're dealing with someone here, they could be in the middle of waking up. Like they built themselves this way. This is how they were able to build their empire. Maybe they're very well established. I do feel this person, like I said, could be somebody that's well to do, like a CEO, and they are intuitive because I feel this person can read a room, can read other people's energy fairly well. And I feel like this person could be somebody who does a lot of judging, but by observing people and then come up with conclusions based on their own interpretation of what they need to say and do to get certain ways of winning. I feel like this person might have experienced painful situations in the past that have made them a little bit more guarded about people, There is some pain here, and it could just be by upbringing. It could be, family experience that has taught this person to sort of be in this energy. I feel like this energy is one that when there's other people involved and working, this person isn't the most trustworthy because they're not doing it for the benefit of the group. They're more concerned with and I might be repeating myself, but I mean groups in general, when there's other people involved. So this might be somebody who just works better alone. But I mean, they're not going to say I'd rather work alone, because if other people are going to help further me, then I'll use the other people, or I'll be working on collaboratively, but collaboratively in what way? However, I can utilize things to, achieve my thing. So there's definitely an understanding that this person has, that they think that they have understood themselves in a way here that is really impacting circumstances and situations for the better towards their own vision of what they want for themselves. And it's all because of their own involvement of knowing and seeing how to do this. Meanwhile, do they really know and see, or are they just lying to themselves, This person is fairly intelligent, like book smart, have knowledge. But, I mean, this energy seems someone who needs to learn or understand something yet. And I feel like it's the great lesson here that's coming in with a rude awakening. And I feel this person could certainly be skating on thin ice, about to fall through on their own concoction of plans here. I feel like this person has no problems showing a bit of their emotion as well, but I feel like it's always just what they want you to see. So you see the part that they want you to see, and submersed is the true emotion. And that could be symbolizing or signifying what I was picking up, the subconscious. Like, really, there's a lot of fears and being vulnerable and being seen in a certain way that is in the shadow of this person. And so all they're really seeing themselves is, like I said, that surface person who's actually really in control and really in the driver's seat, and other people are really going to do and act in a way. And I know because I can see, and those people are just asleep, and I'm sort of the master here without them knowing that I'm sort of guiding them, moving them towards where I want. but I'm missing it all, you know, missing the big part here, which I'm the one who's the biggest joke was played on, because I've always won this way. I was able to build my empire this way. It's always proved to protect me and guide me and help me to build something. But now things are different. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up. This was definitely not what I expected. I don't know who's going to resonate with this. We're going to do the same thing for pile 1, but we're going to look at the other person or the situation, circumstance, energetically. Okay, whatever resonates for you. So I'll be right back. All right. Hello, pile 1. You guys didn't run away? All right, let's take a look. I am going to pull again from these Who Is It Oracle, okay? Because, like I said, I've had a feeling like that first part could have been just to identify if it was your pile or not necessarily the person I was describing. It could be, but now let's see. We'll pull 4 of these. Same rules apply. Don't take every single one of these as indicators of who this person is, okay? But one of these could certainly resonate so that you have clarity. So let's see. Spirit, pile number 1, the flip person, the other side of this. Who is this person? Can we get some indicator here in regards to energy? So we have mature. So it could be someone older. This person could be older for sure. Okay, or it could be somebody just more mature, spiritually mature, emotionally more mature, just overall more mature. Could have facial hair here, white hair, gray hair. Could be a thing. There's a bun, so it don't have to necessarily be masculine, but masculine's coming through here. So lots of jewelry, bracelet and necklaces. So let's see. Plus size. So maybe this person weighs more than the other person. Okay, would stand to reason if it was a male. Okay, but it could be a bigger boned person. Maybe someone who is a little more husky. I see jeans. These jeans are a little tattered. So it could be this person, you know, has a rugged style, wears jeans, or wearing a hat. Looks like a rice picker's hat. Might like to wear a lot of t-shirts. I see black t-shirt. There's a feminine energy. Let's pull 2 more about this person. It's also a tattoo on the right arm. Long hair. So, I mean, this guy has long hair in a bun. This is black hair again, long. This lady has medium-ish hair, dirty blonde. This lady looks Asian. Okay, also looks like he's wearing a form of a dress of sorts here. And let's see. One more. So long hair. Pile 1. Indicator who this person is. Witch. So witch could be just somebody very in tune with nature. Maybe spells. You know, maybe with the occult. We were feeling a lot of purple energy. Okay, so maybe a Wiccan could be practicing religion or spirituality for this person. So let's pull the charm so I can get rid of these boxes. I'm stuck on my finger. Okay. And all right. Let's move these over here. Let's shuffle your cards. Pile number 1, the other person here. How are they seeing pile 1? The flip person, how are they seeing that energy? So I have mental tendency, 62, megalomania, unbounded ambition, insensitivity, paranoia, sociopathy, desire for glory, excessive self-importance, which was kind of what we were picking up with that person. Okay, so how is the flip person seeing pile number 1? How are they seeing pile 1? What is their perspective? Pile 1. Omniscience. Essence 104. All-knowing, understanding, inside knowledge, wisdom, intuition, above analysis, revelation from beyond. All right. One more of these. How is pile 1's person or situation, circumstance seeing pile 1? Fourth person. We have reaction formation, defense mechanism 28, opposition to self-impulses, lying to yourself, self-compelling, self-censorship, forcing yourself reactions, self-control, the perfectionist, instinctive center between control and letting go, number 1 or 28. Okie dokie. How is pile 1's person, situation, circumstance, the other side seeing pile 1? We have child eternal, light attributes, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes, shadow attributes, inability to grow up and be responsible, extreme dependency on others for physical security. Interesting, you're mature there. Okay. One of these. Pile 1's person, the other side. How are they seeing pile 1? From their perspective, Venus, Jupiter, oh my goodness, 31. Another number 4. So Venus is the planet of love. It's also attraction. And it's the ruling planet for Taurus, Libra. We also have Jupiter, which is the ruling planet for Sagittarius, Pisces. So it could be seeing, you know, like flashy type energy, like fame. So let's see. How does pile 1's person or the situation perceive pile 1 from the other side here? 3 swords. Not going to read any reversals. 9 swords. Oh my goodness. And Ace of Wands. Okay. Let's take a look at these. So we have the initials CA and a question mark. We have this heart with the infinity symbol through it. Eternity. The heart. Another heart. Okay. We have 4 tarot cards. Let's take a look. So we have the 3 Pentacles. We have the 7 Wands. We have the 4 Cups, and we have the 9 Cups. Very much the energy we were picking up. So we have the Angel, divine guidance. We have the ring, could be commitment, marriage. We have the Owl. So the key was talking about knowledge. Owls certainly talk about knowledge, could be well read, somebody with wisdom. We have the birthday cake with how many candles? 5. So 5 years could be an anniversary. How long you've known this person, or 5 could be significant here. Somebody can have a 5-year-old. We have the clothespin, hanging something out to dry. We have the snake, which is also all about wisdom, shedding the old. Somebody could certainly be untrustworthy with the snake here. And the honeycomb's giving me this 3 pentacles that need to work together. This one's incomplete. Okay, we have the yarn with the 2 yarn needles through it. Somebody could have a pastime with the yarn. We have this archway. Could be talking about a transition. We have the baby stroller, baby carriage. And we have child eternal. So somebody definitely could have a child. Baby could be talking about the immaturity here. And we have mature coming through. And then we have this wiener dog. So I sometimes get to loyalty stretched thin. you know? Okay. Let me sit with this energy. Okay. This could be definitely how you're seeing that person. Okay. I feel for a lot of you guys it is, but if it's not, then this person sees that first person that I was reading pretty objectively, I think. Okay. Like they see them as somebody who is immature. And the immaturity is in the connecting to actually be authentic, because when we are mature emotionally, we have the ability to be vulnerable and express authenticities. Okay. And so this person sees that person as somebody who is a little insensitive because they're running with their agenda at all costs, inconsiderate of this person potentially, or just other people, depending on what this is. This could be your situation or another person. Okay. So this energy gives off exactly what we were tapped into. It's like when it comes to working with other people, pile one energy is very defensive and sort of in it for themselves. And if it doesn't interest them, then they're a little insensitive. They could be a little rude. They could reject people and make people feel bad or small unless they get sort of what they want. So they're difficult to work with, and they might be very winning at all costs to prove their point or to get what they want, regardless of how many people might have a different opinion or all be on the same sort of mind. This person's going to fight everyone and everything to get what they want. But there is this knowing that there's coming from a pained place, and that a lot of this pain that pile one has experienced is resulting in this type of a behavior, sabotaging a cohesive working with other people in order to keep people away. And so I am feeling that this person or this situation could have a lot of anxiety as well about their own involvement, because it's like, what is the right thing to do? It's like, I know the truth. Okay, so this person feels intuitively they're connected to knowing pile one on a deeper level beyond the superficial and the pain. And it gives me great anxiety to see this and know this and understand this potential. But to what degree am I to be involved with pile one if pile one on the surface is a inconsiderate sort of person that's out in it for themselves? So there is a lot of attraction here too. So I feel like this person or the situation is pulled by pile one. Pile one has charisma. Pile one is most likely very attractive, very successful, has power, has authority, has an image that is appearing in one way that's maybe larger than life. But when they crack open this pile one energy, they see somebody who actually is a little immature and has other people sort of doing their dirty work, if you will, and clinging and using other people's what's that word? Like as energy boosts for themselves, because it's like other people are going to make me feel better and get me what I want. So other people are just like pawns. Now we know why we saw that little chess pawn. It wasn't a pawn, but like a chess piece. It's like I'm the king and everyone else is sort of just pieces on a chessboard to get me where I want. But I do depend on these people to make me feel good or get me to where I want. And, so I feel like this person sees pile one from the highest potential of knowing and understanding that there's something great about pile one beyond that in which is the suffering and the pain and the reactionary. And so there is this falling short of building something. So this circumstance, because saw the lovers, could certainly mean that this person and pile one, or to create something, manifest something that was incomplete. And it was probably incomplete because pile one sabotaged by being immature or being in a certain way where they were thinking for themselves and maybe did a decision here that, was more concerned with themselves, and it created suffering and pain. And so there could be a separation here. Something could have fell apart and not worked together. Somebody's loyalty was stretched thin. Somebody felt like they had to be mega, mega, mega mature here, way bigger than the other person when it comes to maturity and seeing beyond the superficial and the actions and the lies and the this and the that. So there is something very divine here, like destined lesson of sorts. I'm also feeling like with this ring and this like loyalty, this officialness, like I feel like this situation could have been something that would have standed the test of time, even with this eternity in this heart. There was authenticity here, a real loyalty, an ability to remain committed to finish a project or to manifest something to the end, and to remain, forever sort of invested. But I think something got worn thin. And I feel like pile one's energy was sneaky or slippery, or like I said, I feel a decision made here that wasn't truthful or honest and involving both benefit of both sides. It only involved pile one, this understanding. And so I think this person has a better experience, a better knowing of who pile one is now, having experienced the downside or the shadow side of pile one. And so there might have been a lot of anxiety around, how do I break certain behaviors or ways that I've been involved with pile one here? Because, like I said, pile one could be the type of person who is very charismatic and comes around when they need something, and maybe look like they have something to offer that might look like it's legit. But really, at the end of the day, I feel like it fell short. And so I feel like in this situation, there's still a question mark, because I do feel like there's a lot of truths yet that haven't been spoken. And I feel like this person doesn't fully understand yet whether pile one sees the great truth of the potential of who they are, if they are really that clued out as to the impacts of their actions has had on this connection or this dynamic. And that pile one could, like I said, certainly still be too immature to understand it, too checked out to see it clearly, or just completely insensitive to even care to want to see it. Is there change? Is there like shedding of the old self? Will there be an understanding here? And because something, again, was very divinely sort of orchestrated, I also feel this situation and this person might feel the need to protect themselves from pile one, because pile one is a taker of, in some way here. And so I feel like there's still a question mark as to what could have been created, but it would take a dedication and an effort and an understanding of what it would be to create this thing. And we're getting the purple coming through again with the purple heart, but heart's all about love. And I feel like with the purple heart, I'm getting this omniscience, because this is the all-knowing understanding. Like, we don't have to be told. We don't see it with the mind. We understand it with an inner standing of wisdom and intuition. So intuition of the heart. So I feel like there's a lot of intuition of the heart, which is an understanding and maybe an interaction and making decisions based on this. Okay, like seeing someone's highest potential and understanding that there's something more, that pile one was in pain. And so it's like we make decisions accommodating this, but it's like there's a need to, I feel like this person, because of the lovers, the destined thing we were feeling here of guidance was reflecting back to this person, like a need to regulate themselves, because this could certainly be an over-giving person wanting to see the best, have the best in a situation that is win-win for everyone. And lie to themselves that pile one is just hurt. They're going to see, it's just they're immature now. But it's like, how many times has this person been maybe tricked or fooled or disappointed or seen something here of how person one could be very immature? And I also just heard, can we try again? Like, can I trust this person? Like there's a lot of big skepticism now, where maybe there was a lot of trust and loyalty. There's now big question marks, because I don't feel like this person trusts this situation or pile one. And so I feel like there's either a pause here, or this person has put pile one to sort of hang out to dry in some way. But I do feel there's like a separation or like a parting temporarily, or yeah. So interesting read, pile number one. This is all I got for you. If this resonated for you, let me know, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number two, you guys picked the yellow lotus flower for your pick. Let's put your flower right over here, and we're going to pull from these two charm boxes right away so we can get rid of these boxes. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to pick 4 cards, kind of as significator descriptions. Okay, this could be you, or like I say, it's really going to be whether this is your reading or not. So sometimes the reading comes reversed, and it could be, your own perception of how you're seeing someone, and then, how they're sort of seeing themselves. Okay, but what my intention here is how you see yourself, and then how the person on your mind or the situation on the other end is actually taking your energy, and to see whether you're completely out to lunch or whether it's pretty accurate. Okay, so go listen to the disclaimer, because I don't want this to ruin your day. Pile one was completely interesting, and so I don't know whether this is going to be your energy or not. You could certainly be either on the front end or the back end. Okay, so keep an open mind, but let's see. And you don't have to resonate with all 4 of these cards, but there might be something here that describes you or this energy that I'm tapped into. Okay, so for the first card, we have blonde. So you can have blonde hair, natural or dyed. Okay, it could be feminine hair. She wears her hair in a ponytail. Certainly be you. Or, like I said, if this is your pile, so she's wearing makeup. We have a vibrant apparel. This also came out for pile one. So somebody who might wear a lot of colors, or maybe just sharply dressed. They have a tie clip, a watch, so they could have jewelry, accessories here. This is a suit, so it could be somebody who works for a corporation or owns a business or is just well dressed. Maybe they wear designer clothes. And same height as you. Interesting. So this could certainly be somebody who is the same height, or who might be at your level, if we're not taking words sort of literal here. And finally, scar. So it could be a facial scar, a significant scar on the body, doesn't have to be on the face. We have dark skin here, So certainly could be somebody with dark skin, short hair, buzz cut, masculine energy. Okay, could be you or this energy, whatever I'm tapping into here. So it doesn't have to be all of these, but could certainly be a thing or an attribute. Okay, so let's pull some of these charms. All right, and okay, so I'm going to look at these shortly, but we'll put them aside and let's pull the cards first and see how is pile number 2 perceiving themselves. What is their understanding of themselves energetically here, either in this connection that they came here about or in the situation that they're wanting to see more about. How are they seeing themselves? What's their own perception of how they're viewing themselves? Okay, I've got 2 cards coming out. We'll take them both. One of these. How is pile number 2? Sorry if I called you pile 1. Pile 2. What is their understanding? Oh my goodness, I almost dropped them all. Understanding of how they see themselves. Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. How is pile 2 perceiving themselves? What's their understanding of their own energy here? One more. Okay. Should I keep it there? I think I will. Then I will. I feel one more. Sorry. One more. Okay. Let's see what we have. We have defense mechanism 33 with projection, expulsion from yourself, external reproach, shifting, victimization, externalization, external attribution. Type 6, the loyalist, thinking center between mistrust and trust. Okay. Leader, 86. Trust your instinct, inventiveness, courage, authority, embodiment, sharing and exchanging with integration. Type 5, the observer, thinking center between interior and exterior. So 86 or the number 8 and 5. And we have defense mechanism 28, reaction, formation, opposition to self impulses, lying to yourself, self-compelling, self-censorship, forcing yourself, reaction, self-control. Type 1, the perfectionist, instinctive center between control and letting go. This came out for pile 1. And if this comes from the other person, this would be very, very interesting, wouldn't it be? Go check out pile 1 if you are called and tell me if it's like 2 people from 2 different perspectives, like about the other person. That'd be weird. Okay, 48 with sin. Oh my gosh, you guys won't believe this came out for pile 1. Look at how many cards we have 2, and I did shuffle them very well. Okay, 48 sin. It says lie, sneakiness, deception, trickery, falsehood, simulation, appearance. Interesting. Okay. And then we have Sun with Saturn. So we did have a lot of Saturn energy coming out in the other reading. Sun is divine masculine, Leo energy, Capricorn energy, 6 is lovers. So we could have Gemini energy here. 6 is all about problem solving, compassion, and harmony. So Sun and Saturn. Wow. I am being called to read this Sun-Saturn energy very quickly here. Number 6. So it says, conjunct sextile trine and primitive, you are authoritative and bossy because clearly you are superior to others. Adaptive, your sense of true responsibility and duty promotes sincere integrity. evolving. You do whatever it takes to be completely responsible for the way things are and aren't. You make no excuses or blame anyone else for their problems at hand. In conjunct opposition square, primitive. You feel oppressed, buried, opposed, and restricted by outer authority. Adaptive. You use the frustration around feeling restricted as fuel to drive you to set and achieve goals. You marshal your determination and perseverance to keep pushing against whatever is holding you in, down, or back. Evolving. Instead of backing away or down when things get tough, you realize that all obstacles are gifts that build character and backbone. The more you persevere, the stronger you become. Interesting. Okay. And finally, engineer. Light attributes, ability to give creative energy, a practical expression, talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. That's sun energy. Shadow attribute, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. What do we have? We have the Three of Wands. I'm not going to read any reversals, although I will be reading blocks. Okay, so Three Wands. Sun, so heavy Leo presence here, divine masculine energy. Sun is all about enlightenment, consciousness, joy, inner child, youthfulness, fun. We have Three Pentacles, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Two Wands. Okay, let's take a look at the charms, and then we will channel. So we have the seashell. We have a key, which also came out for pile 1, though it was a different key. Here we have 2 different skeleton keys. Okay, these are all about knowledge. We have the Gold Master, which came out for pile 1. I have a gazillion charms, so very interesting. Okay, Aquarius energy pulling through. And we have this open book, which is giving me Hierophant energy and also High Priestess energy. So I'm feeling Taurus, Pisces. Put it with the keys, which is all about knowledge. We have a 5-cent coin, Canadian coin with the beaver. 5 came out as a number for pile 1 as well, with 5 candles. Sorry, I don't mean to keep kicking you back to 1, but I can't help but see these similarities. So we have 5 could be a significant number. 5 is also the month of May. We see this pendant, or it could be a purse or a wicker basket. Then we have this tidal wave. Is this a tidal wave? Looks like a tidal wave. An umbrella. Okay, and then we have 2 cups, 2 champagne glasses. We have the eternity, infinity sign, which also came out for pile 1 in the heart. We have the tree of life, which also came out. My goodness. The Capricorn sign, which also came out. The goat. Wow, you guys, there's so many similarities. Even this, oh my goodness. The pile number 1, we had the king. I'm going to read this as the queen. Chess piece. This could certainly be the reverse. We have DA. Oh no, sorry, DV. Could be initials. Okay, we have the Eiffel Tower. We have a butter knife. Could be a sword. We have a music note. A moon. Crescent moon. We have a cat. Looks like one of those Egyptian or Siamese cats. And we had a dog for pile 1. Spirit is hilarious. We have this little rocking horsey. And we have this, not scythe, what is this called? The Sikhs use these swords. Aladdin sword, very similar to this one. One's gold, one's silver. Wow. Okay. So many layers to this reading. And then we have the sign that says camp. Oh, where do I begin, you guys? There's lots. Okay, let me sit here with this energy and see how this person sees themselves, okay? Okay. There's lots here which will come clear as we keep going and maybe on the back end. So if this sounds like someone you're dealing with, and how maybe you're seeing them, it could come out this way, but this could be how this person sees themselves. So it could be how someone you're dealing with sees their own self. Keep an open mind, okay? But I'm going to read this as how you see yourself. So this person, I feel, there is a transition here, okay? And this transition is one about shedding the light, casting the light on the truth of who this person really is. Okay, so with all this leader and sun energy, which is divine masculine doer, like a leader is a doer type energy with outputting energy. Okay, but there's a lot of projection here. And I think this projection is created, which we don't see here, the story of why there's so much projection, but everyone projects. Okay, could be fears, could be stories we tell ourselves. For whatever reason, there's projection into a situation, or like when they engage with people, they project a certain understanding that creates something I don't see just yet. But I feel like the projections that this person has is something that this person is having to become aware of and see, that is getting in the way of this person maybe succeeding at attaining clarity or moving forward with themselves or in their life. Because I feel like there's been some untruth or some story or some belief that this person carries, okay, or has carried, that isn't necessarily true about who they are or situations that they deal with. And so how they see themselves is like, I think we caught this person in the middle of some form of transition. But I feel like this person is really wanting to take power in their own world in order to create something for themselves. And so I feel like this person is learning about working with others, what is within their own control, and what is within divine control. Okay, and so this is a dance and a balance of understanding. And I think this is all becoming very aware to this person that they're not necessarily in control of how other people respond or how things will unfold in front of them. And so maybe in the past, I feel, because I do feel a transition, this person would kind of react and be engaged in certain ways that weren't in line with this person's authenticity, because they were projecting all sorts of thoughts and stories and fears and whatever else they were projecting. But I feel like this person is learning to trust their ability to make decisions and make moves out of authenticity, regardless if it looks promising or not. Like if a situation looks like they're not sure, they can always trust on themselves to be authentic. But I feel like that would require them to put themselves in a vulnerable state without projecting the worst. And I feel like this is what this person is sort of learning or doing. I feel like this person is learning to make better choices. I feel like this person is also seeing themselves as having more potential or having a change, a way of life that could be different, or their own energy could be different in the future. So I do feel this person is highly invested in highlighting certain ways of being within themselves so that they can be more conscious of where they are acting out of shadow, where they are projecting, where they are, lying to themselves or acting out of impulse. So I feel like there is a detaching from emotion. So this person could have been somebody who at some point was driven a lot by emotional pulls. But I feel like there is a shift turning here, a shift of trusting in what they see, trusting in their ability to act and make moves and decide with a clearer mind than maybe in the past, where there was a lot of defensive, reactive energy, and maybe where they were trying to, like I say, there is like lie to self, but it's like also maybe not being completely upfront or authentic with people or situations where we might fear the worst. And so we sort of fib or try to appear in a certain way so we could manipulate outcome. Okay. I feel like there's a shedding of the light on this. I feel like something heavy is coming through about a decision. So it could be that this person is becoming very present of every decision consciously in front of them to choose with an awakened state, an honest choice, rather than maybe a reflective or not reflective, a reactive choice. Because I think reactive choices in the past have led this person to being boxed in, eliminated any maybe potential of growth and hem them in some way. And so I feel this person wants to expand, but I feel like this person might really want to move towards enlightenment or clarity and things that make this person happy. And because I feel like this person does want to manifest and create, I also feel this person doesn't want to be victimizing themselves, and they might have felt in the past like it's either them or me, or like a victim to a situation and that. And so I feel like there's this new energy of getting empowered. Like, what is under my control? What decisions can I make? What is truthful here? Like, even if it's difficult, like, I don't want to lie to self. I don't want to deceive myself anymore. I want to be upfront and truthful and clear and, and connect to an inner child and not suppress any authenticity that might be within me, not try to silence it or like do that sort of thing. I feel like this person sees where they were blind and understands where maybe they didn't understand in the past. And I can't help but get to, it's the 5 years still. So maybe that's been like 5 years in the making. Because I don't feel even 5 months. Like I feel there's a lot of work here. But 5 could be significant, Could just be the month of May is significant here. There's a true seeing and understanding based on an experience of a knowing. And so passing energy could have been someone who was a little defensive, but a need to be defensive according to their own projections. So I feel like this is a true gold master of emotions, somebody who wants to become proficient in self-mastery in order to achieve their goals. What do they want for themselves with the star? So this person sees a vision of what would be ideal for them, but I don't feel like it's attaching to an outcome. It's just like I can see a future here that it brings me happiness, and this is where this person wants to move towards. So there is a level of mastery here, and I feel like it's mastery over emotions that might have at one point ran the show, overwhelmed this person. So they know how to sort of protect themselves from overflowing emotions or turbulent emotions of themselves or others with this umbrella. This person's learned to protect themselves, in a way here that I feel is efficient without being maybe very extra defensive or closed off. I think balance and harmony is very important to this person with these 2 cups and with the 6 talking about the lovers. So partnership is important. Equal reciprocity is important. Balance and harmony. And I feel like with this little Capricorn goat and Saturn, I feel like this person is somebody who is committed to making the changes they need, consistently with effort to get there, wherever the there is with this star and the sun. I feel like there's this person, if they haven't yet, okay, if this is you, but haven't yet got on the ship of expansion, there's like brighter days ahead. And I think things will turn for the better with this person realizing that they're not victim and that they have a lot of control over their decisions and who they let in and who they want to work with. It's up to them to decide this, but deciding this from a clearer understanding through an experience. Because now I think this person can actually see situations a little more objectively rather than maybe with the emotions or maybe with projections of the past. And so I feel like this person is looking to build something fairly solid, stable, that could stand the test of time here and cut out anyone or anything that might not be in line with the truth. So I feel like this person has had to cut out a lot of people, situations, or whatever out of their life, and know, like, I feel like there was a lot of cutting situations or things and maybe even cycles, but I feel like with this gold, like even things maybe that, were very difficult to cut away that might have meant a lot to this person, or could have developed to something more. But I feel there's a lot of cutting off things that might slow this person down or create any sort of confusion within this person's forward momentum that they have on the go here. I feel this person wants to be in control of their world in a way that feels empowered to work with the universe, not be asleep to it, reactionary, but actually be open to decisions and be very honest with what's in front of them. The sun energy highlighting all around this, like lies and stuff. I feel like this person is seeing through how they might have, carried certain beliefs of themselves or other people that could now appear as wishful thinking or lies that isn't necessarily true. And so I feel like the truth is highly important to this person to get to where they want to get to. I do feel like there's a strong level of independence here with this cat and this leader that this person is connecting to or is finding within their authenticity and independence, their own expression, and it is to find harmony. But it's like their own self-expression that's authentic to them, no matter how independent this person is, even if it's solo. I do feel like this person, is like trying to cut through any sort of fears of the past or any situations where there's a lack of clarity or truth, and maybe where they felt stuck, like not moving or feeling very stuck to situations that weren't progressing. With the horse talks about freedom and this leader energy I'm getting with this horse here. So this is what I'm getting for how you're seeing yourself. Like I said, if this is how you, like a person you're dealing with sees themselves, then it could be that as well, okay? But let's take a look at the other person and how they are seeing this person. So I'm going to pause so I can clear this up, and then we'll do the same thing again, but now coming from the other person's perspective, okay? Alrighty, let's take a look. It'd be interesting to see if this was a flipped person from pile one with all of the matching stuff. Could certainly be. But anyway, let's take a look now. We'll use these again. And these were the who are they or who is it oracle. Now, this could describe this person, okay, or just be more indicators, physical attributes to just identify, okay, but like I said, not all of it has to apply. So I have dark skin. We were getting that with the first energy. So dark skin here. And what else? Could also be representing shadow, okay? Man, masculine energy, very dark also. Shadow I'm getting. Okay, so I'm getting Scorpio energy from this. What else? We have pregnant. So more shadowy energy, but pregnant is feminine, and pregnant could be fertile or a new beginning of something. Birthing something, like we had the sun with was very high masculine energy. This is feminine energy of birthing. It could be something still brewing here. Somebody could physically be pregnant or have a child. Okay. What else, Spirit? One more indicator here in this dynamic. Oval face. So it certainly could be a light-skinned person. This lady's wearing makeup. She has brown hair. Her hair's in a ponytail. Could have an oval face, blue eyes. Oval face. I don't know what sort of shape my face is, so who knows. But anyway, this man's wearing a suit as well, and he has short hair. This lady has blonde hair, blondish. Let me pull some of these so we could get this out of the way. Okay, and let's pull some of these. A little bit more. Okay. Let's put this over here, and we'll go through it shortly. Let's take a look at the oracles. So pile number 2, the other person, the flip person, how are they seeing pile 2? How are they seeing the person that we just channeled? How is this other person seeing, perceiving? No, this could just be coming from the other aspect of the situation. Like I said, doesn't have to be person per se. Okay, pull the tarot shortly. Let's pull one of these. How is pile number 2's split person here seeing pile 2 from their perspective? From the other perspective for pile number 2 in this situation, connection, how is this person seeing pile 2, Spirit? Okay, and the tarot. How is the other side seeing pile number 2 from their perspective? Okay, let's get into it. So, suffering, oh my goodness, avoidance, 25, emotional pain, frustration, sadness, boredom, limitations, restrictions. Type 7, the enthusiast, thinking center between pleasure and pain. Green to represent the heart chakra here. Suffering, 3 swords. Hypercreativity with integration 83, accepting one's emotions, existing by oneself. Originality, resourceful, standing out, self-knowledge. Type 2, the helper, emotional center between giving and receiving. And number 4 and 2, number 7, 25. This number 1, compulsion, ideal, perfection, excellency, integration, rigor, worth, honesty, and righteousness. The perfectionist, instinctive center between control and letting go. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Number 1. So I'm just sitting here with this energy for a little bit. Okay. Interesting. All right. We have integration here, and I thought we had integration here as well. No, integrity. Okay. We have number 8, Sun and Uranus. Wow, Sun's really predominant in this reading. Sun and Uranus. Let's read that. What is this all about? So Uranus is the great awakener. It is the ruling planet for Aquarius. Sun is Leo. And like I said, Sun is masculine and big energy. Uranus is outside the box thinking and could certainly be chaotic when it's controlled in some way. Okay, so conjunct sextile trine. Primitive, you'll disrupt everything, throw a tantrum, build a wall, blow it all up. You're the chief havoc creator, and everyone just needs to get out of your way. Adaptive, you seek to improve the world you see before you through invention and innovation. Evolving, you live to serve a vision for a greater humanity in which all things are improved through the richness and diversity of the collective imagination. Inconjunct opposition square. Primitive, you want to kick and scream and shout and push everyone else around. You won't back down. This is your turn to do whatever you want, regardless of the consequences. Adaptive, realizing you are at odds with yourself and feeling erratic. You make every effort to move the inner tension you feel through creativity and productivity. Evolving, breaking free from conventional ideas, you allow yourself to create from a place of utter freedom, non-restriction. You share your vision with the world. You help others feel they have permission to do the same. Okay. All right. And we have God. Light attributes, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. Shadow attributes, despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. Okay. And we have the 10 wands of burden, something that would be better off put down, but we're carrying it. 10s are all about endings. And we have the Knight of Swords. I'm still not reading reversals here. So Knights of Swords makes haste decisions, confronts things. And we have the Emperor, more Sun energy, Aries energy, Divine Masculine energy. Okay, so let's take a look at the charms. So interesting, we have this beautiful little feather. Some of you guys might have been called or pulled to pile 3, which is interesting now if they're all connected in some way, but the feather is beautiful. This could be symbolic that we're on the right track. This could symbolize our ancestors. So we have number 9, which is the month of September. And we have the number 0. 0 could be Fool energy, Aquarius. Also, the infinite amount of opportunity or potential. And we have the up arrow or sideways arrow. And let's do it as the up arrow. So that's how it's feeling more natural. So 90 could be significant, or the number 9. Could be an address. We have the key, which came out for pile 1, this exact one, I believe. Key's all about knowledge. And we have this flower, which is all about budding new beginning. This paper airplane. So messages, communication, maybe there's some distance here with the plane. And we have this wiener dog, which came out for pile 1 as well. Dogs about loyalty and friendship. And we have this spider web, which is all about the creator energy we're seeing in the sun. Okay, but Scorpio with the spider, creation, intuition. And this thing looks like a scorpion. I don't know what this thing is. It does look like a scorpion with, I don't know what this thing is. But I am getting Scorpio energy as well from the spider, this, and from this energy. We have the candy cane. So December could be significant. Christmas. It could symbolize something slow going or deficient in something. Okay, we have the star, Aquarius energy. We have Saturn here. So Saturn, ruling planet for Capricorn, Aquarius. And we have a heart. And we have a fish, Pisces energy. We have this turtle. It looks like a sea turtle. Okay, turtles are all about protection, longevity. Goes my email. And we have the water coming out again, the tidal wave of emotions, and we have mountain. So we could be dealing with an earth and a water sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Getting heavy Scorpio again. So earth and water. Mountain. Mountain can talk about obstacles. So let me see how this person is perceiving pile 2. Okay, I think this person is really sort of sees the best in pile two. Probably, I'm getting an intuitive feeling that pile two doesn't realize that this person really sees pile two in a very, very, very bright light, like puts them on a pedestal, sees them in a very high position of integrity. And yeah, like I feel like this person most likely, intuitively, I'm getting, doesn't communicate to pile two how they actually see them, because I feel like this is an energy of one that this person could have certainly witnessed pile two being treated unfairly, either by this person or just in situation or circumstance where there was a lot of pain, a lot of growth. And so this now makes sense why pile two is sort of moving forward from situations that were hemming them in or boxing them in or restricting, slowing them down. This person could certainly have inflicted pain, whether it was intentional or not. I can't see here. Okay, I don't see any of that, but it's just how this person sees pile two. They see pile two as the best thing ever here. Like really like godlike, but I feel like because it's like in this masculine energy, it's like pile two can achieve whatever they want, go after what they want, and make whatever they want happen. And also they see pile two as someone who could be, well, there's a lot coming through with either pile two has changed a lot since I've known them, or something has happened here that's changed pile two, which has happened between either this person and pile two, or that pile two is had to deconstruct old ways of being and self, and now I don't even recognize this person, or has had to go through great suffering and like a tear down of something they've built, maybe their empire in the past. But it's like pile two can quickly build this empire again. And it's like, I never know now with pile two how they might respond to me, and I could be talking about a specific point in time, or I could be talking about in general now. Like this person fears that pile two could be spontaneous or sporadic or come with some form of response that this person might not know how pile two is going to react, because pile two is independently sort of doing their own thing, knows who they are, is mastering their own emotions, is moving forward, is really standing out and being seen by most likely other people. Like this person sees pile two as in the limelight or being recognized by other people, being very bright, very wise, very much full of integrity, honesty. And it's like pile two, it's even more magnified. Okay, the sun, now I know why we're seeing so much sun energy, which is optimism and youthfulness, but I feel like the sun energy is coming through like to magnify it even more, seeing how pile two built themselves up. And specifically, if this person involved in tearing pile two down, doesn't necessarily have to be this person. But there's this seeing pile two when they were at their weakest, when they were going through heavy emotional pain, when they might have lost who they were or lost what they've built, or really in sadness or lacking confidence in themselves or had to pick themselves up, felt very limited, felt very stuck. And now pile two is, wow, like utilizing this energy to create, to build. So not only are they building their own world, but they're creating something potentially out there to the collective. Whatever it is, art, some creative endeavor. But it's like creating this world that pile two is really a part of and is sort of the creator of it and in control and empowered of their own world. I feel like this person really feels pile two knows themselves and did a lot of work in having to heal and understand themselves, and had to confront, and is like a fighter to confront things that have been very, very, very heavy and challenging. Specifically, like I say, could be this person or some situation dealing this person, or this person could have tested pile two's patience, integrity, something like this. Also, there's this like seeing pile 2 as maybe being a little more defensive towards this person potentially, or just as a whole, like really guarding themselves, or easily sort of able to protect themselves if need be, and very abundant. And it's like there's this wound that pile 2 now carries that is a part of their experience. And so they might be still walking a little slower, but it's like a more cautious energy with pile 2 now. Like they had to learn through this painful experience. And so now I know, like, I don't know, we saw scar. I feel like I'm getting like pile 2 is scarred or has to live with that missing part, with the tower and this cane, like walking slower, like will never be the same, but pile 2 makes do. Like that thing that happened to pile 2 doesn't get in the way of pile 2 becoming the best version and the creator here. They see pile 2 as somebody who really is in charge and in control of their world and will build their empire, their community, their thing unexpectedly, because it's in the face of adversity where a lot of people would have just crumbled. Pile 2 do the opposite and built themselves up. And so there were big obstacles potentially with this person, or just that pile 2 was facing, that it was insurmountable, that there was no way around or through. But somehow pile 2 managed to work around or with this. And there's something very, very solid about pile 2's energy. Very solid, very committed, organized, stable, worthy. And maybe seeing where pile 2 had to regulate their emotions and understand themselves and accept one's losses and work through loss and sadness and emotional pains to find themselves, to make the most here of themselves in a challenging situation that maybe they've had to endure for quite some time. But pile 2 is now very sort of guarded, protected, and abundant. And that pile 2 is seen as someone here with a good heart. But this good heart, it seems to me like it is full of holes here, because I feel like this is the thing, the scarring or the wound, It's like pile 2's heart was wounded. And so they're making do with that, which could never be the same. And I feel like intuitively this person feels like pile 2 won't be able to ever feel the same way about this person or the situation because of do harm or something that could never be the same again. It's like whatever emotions pile 2 had, or feelings or big love they had experienced for this person or for the situation, it's now different. It can't come back, and it's how pile 2 is making do. So they see pile 2 as having a rebirth, blooming, blossoming, being on their path, moving up in life, ascending, moving on, if this person was sort of involved in your life. And maybe at certain times having to carry loads that other people left behind that weren't your responsibility if you were pile number 2. Like pile 2 had to carry heavy burdens and responsibilities that weren't necessarily theirs to carry. And once they confronted and put that down, their life sort of changed, or they suddenly, with this Uranus energy, had a shift. they confronted what they were responsible for, or the burdens here, or the heaviness that I created in pile two's world, or that the situation was weighing pile two down. There was an understanding or a knowing here that was highlighted. And so pile two had to switch it up, but not with lots of suffering. And that pile two did have an extended loyalty here that was stretched thin. Like they were committed and they were loyal to the point where they couldn't no more carry some sort of heaviness. And so pile two had to do what pile two did. And so now we're distant, and now it's like, I'm getting like empty communication, or like this person wants to send like a form of communication, but it's like, it can't right any wrongs. It can't fill any holes in the heart. It's like, what to do? What can I possibly say or communicate or message out to pile two that will be in the same level of understanding? Like it feels empty. It feels kind of like throwing a crap to the wall to see what sticks. But pile two is definitely on a path of their calling, and they do see pile two as a star, or at least aligned with getting towards where they want to go, because their ability to create their world and stay committed to it and dedicated to it is seen, as this person sort of admires that. So, beautiful people, this person sees you in a masculine energy, if this is like the person that is seeing you, because of your ability to be empowered to control over your emotions and make decisions and that sort of thing, and confront things where maybe in the past there was a heaviness here of emotions that were really overwhelming, emotional sufferings and that sort of thing. And you've had to do a lot of this hermit's journey, and that there's still a lot of potential for you, lots to explore. And with all the sun energy and this fool energy, which is, zero is the infinite amount of opportunity like the fool has. It's like this person thinks the world is your oyster, that you're moving up and on and creating something with no limits. So this is what I have, pile number two. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. All right, bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number three. Let's take a look at how you are perceiving yourself versus how the person on your mind is perceiving you. Now, go take a listen to the disclaimer, the intro, okay? Because this could come in many different ways. This could be how the person on your mind is seeing themselves and how you see them. This could be certainly you versus the reality of a situation, okay? Or it could be, like I said, the person on your mind. I don't know how it's going to come forward, and you could be on the back end or on the front end of this reading. Okay, so it's up to you to sort of use your intuition, but don't force it to fit. So I'm going to use the Who Is It Oracle, which is going to have some physical attributes to help sort of gauge whether this is your pile or not. This could be either you or your person or something that resonates. You don't have to resonate with all four of these cards, but it could be something here that confirms to you a physical attribute that this is your pile. Okay, it could be you or your person. So let's take a look. For pile, did I say four? I keep saying four. Oh my goodness. Pile number three. Pile three. So pile three knows whether this is their pile or not. Pile three. We have beard. So you can have a beard. Your person can have a beard. Facial hair. This person's wearing a hat. Masculine energy. And we have Australian. So you or your person could be born in Australia, or it could certainly be that you live in Australia or have visited Australia, or it could just be significant for whatever reason. Okay, this person's also wearing a hat. So hats could be both. You and your person like to wear hats. Okay, this is a white lady. She's wearing makeup. She's long blonde, sandy brown hair, blondish hair. Okay, so Divine Feminine. Let's take a look. What else? I'll take the one that revealed itself. So we have another woman. She has a red flower in her hair. It says Hispanic or Latino. Okay, so could be descent. Both these girls are wearing necklaces. So could be this person likes to wear a necklace, or a necklace was given as a gift here. And the red rose could talk about romance. Red lipstick. Both of these girls have nothing around their shoulders. So it could be that this person likes to wear halters, strapless. And if you resonate, maybe you like to wear strapless bras. Okay, it could be something that you resonate with. It could be a specific dress this person remembers you in, or outfit, where you're revealing your shoulders, or vice versa. What else? So we have long dark hair, black hair, and long blonde hair, but long hair. Even this gentleman has long hair. And we have plus size. So bigger boned, or potentially somebody maybe is way bigger than the other. Plus size. Okay. Black t-shirt, jeans, also wearing a hat. So something over the head. Okay, I'm going to get these two out of the way. So let's pull the charms. And okay. So let's put the charms over here before we go through them. And let's pull the oracles in regards to pile number 3. And how is it that pile 3 is seeing themselves? How is pile 3 perceiving their energy in this connection or in this situation? I'll take the one that revealed itself. Actually, Spirit is wanting me to take both of them, so I will take both. Okay, pile number 3, how are they seeing themselves? How is pile 3 seeing themselves, Spirit? And one of these. How is pile 3 perceiving themselves in this dynamic, this situation, this connection? Okay. Let's pull the tarot. Pile number 3. Not reading reversals. We have the Knight of Cups. It's pile 3 seeing themselves. We have the Chariot. Strong Cancer energy. And we have Judgment. We have the Queen of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, and we have the Knight of Wands. We have disintegration, 73, with depression, self-destruction, desperation, jealousy, pessimism, resignation, suicidal urges. Type 1, the perfectionist, instinctive center between control and letting go. All right. And we have identification, defense mechanism, 30, resemblance, similarity, mimicry, comedy, seeming, and chameleon, the achiever, emotional center between appearance and authenticity. Okay. And we have self-love, integration, 87, appeasement, plentitude, trust, maturity, quietude, relaxation. Type 6, the loyalist, thinking center between mistrust and trust. And finally, avoidance 27 with dispute, confrontation, villain role, quarrel, breakup, divergency, make a choice. Type 9, the peacemaker, instinctive center between forgetting and asserting oneself. This is a very heavy energy, you guys. Okay, we have thief. The light attribute sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Shadow attribute, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. And Mercury and Chiron, my goodness, 25 or the number 7. So Mercury is the planet of communication, expression, and Chiron is the healer. So let's read this so we can get a good gauge of what comes through energetically with Mercury Chiron, number 25. It says, conjunct sextile trine, primitive, you know just how to wound people with words and do so mercilessly. Adaptive, you are able to pinpoint exactly where people are hurting and respond with care and compassion. Evolving, your words are transformational to hear and behold. What you say to others creates instantaneous healing and affirmation. In conjunct opposition square, you tend towards erratic speech. Your thoughts are inconsistent and fragmented. Adaptive, you have a gift for using the written word to heal others. Evolving, you possess an exceptional ability to tune in to the psyches of others and know what they are thinking. You have a deep knowing of diverse ways to address the hurt in the minds of all people. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's look at these charms first before we channel. So we have an O, which could be indicative of the Fool energy, okay, because the Fool is a 0. So it could symbolize an infinite amount of potential, okay, with the 0 or an O, and we have F. So FO could be initials here of. This could certainly be, like I said, an O. FO. We have the number, okay, 0 again, and 9. Yeah, this is 9. So the month of September could be significant. Hermit energy, Virgo energy. 90 could be an address. 20, so we have Fool, Aquarius energy coming through. We have the music notes. So music could be very significant. Musician coming through. There's this bunny with eyes. There's these 2 tarot cards. One's 3 cups and one's 5 pentacles. Very different energy. This is feeling out in the cold, and this is being celebrated and enjoying with friends. Having a good time, celebration, and this is like black. Okay. We see a leaf, 2 leaves. One looks like an oak leaf and one looks like elm leaf. No, that's elm. That's not oak. Elm, and I don't know what this is. Just a regular looking leaf. So leaves could be talking about the fall. So we had the month of September, which is certainly around the fall time. Could be significant, an anniversary, your birthday. But leaves, fall from a tree right before the tree goes through a winter period. It sheds its leaves before it birds new ones. We have the snowflake. So yeah, winter time and fall time. So snowflake could talk about uniqueness, one of a kind, purity, coldness too. We have a heart here with a tree and a little heart in there. So the tree could talk about stability, stable love inside this heart. We have a key, which came out for all 3 piles. The skeleton key talks about knowledge, understanding. We have this golden lion. So Leo season could be significant. Lion signifies courage, strength. We have the butterfly, which talks about transformation, liberation, freedom. And we have the circus tent, which could certainly talk about a performer. If we have this music, it could talk about a temporary setup. Okay, something temporary here, or yeah, something temporary. It's a circus tent. Okay, like a show of sorts. Let me tap into this energy. Ooh, geez, I almost dropped those. Okay, and see what I pick up here. Okay. If this isn't how you see yourself, this could be a flip pile. This could certainly be how the person you're thinking or the situation you're dealing with, how they see themselves or their understanding, and you could be on the back end. Okay, so apply it to how you think it and see fit here. But this energy, I am feeling two energies here, but it's predominantly about how this one end of the pile is seeing the dynamic. It's like this person, there is a heavy depression here, okay? Because I think this depression is this person's inability to really connect to a part of themselves, a part that is their authentic self, that can speak truths. Now, this person doesn't trust themselves to be authentic and act in line with authenticity because there's a lot of, well, for many reasons, okay? And we're not looking subconsciously so much, but I feel like some of it is a need for strong self-love and connecting to, like trusting your own ability to make decisions in line with self-love. And so this feels like a sabotager here with this thief's giving me 7 swords. And it's like acting in a certain way to get along or belong, like a sense of wanting to belong. And so this person might feel like an outsider, feeling like they don't quite belong with others or specifically with this other person that we're going to see in the back end, because I do feel like this other person's also coming through as somebody who has it all together. Somebody who is not needing anyone, grounded, stable, practical, beautiful, generous, doesn't need this person, certainly. So this person understands something about themselves here that recognizes that they've been creating conflict from a place of darkness, from a place of a lack of self-love, from a place of maybe being sabotagey, self-destructive in some way. There was a need for courage, but I do feel there's a transformation happening here where I do feel this person is working through a transformation of self, but they're still in an earliest stage here, I feel, because I feel like this person still doesn't fully understand themselves, recognize the authenticity of themselves, and could still be highly defensive and still a little avoidant. So it might still be causing a lot of conflict and disputes between them and the other person. Yeah, I feel like this person's going through like a full-time period, shedding period. And so throughout this point in time, this person could be kind of a little removed, detached, a little cold. There is, like, they understand, because this is from their perspective. Like, they understand that they've been sabotagey, but it's like, how do I just snap out of it? I can't. I have to do this release, this process, this transformation. There is something very authentic about how this person connects to the other person. I think there is a lot of growth that this person has had in regards to love of self and love of other. And I feel like because of this love, for not this love that this person has felt, that this person would not have maybe engaged in these transformations and this release of what doesn't serve. I feel like this person just sometimes might feel like they're being observed, but it's like they couldn't, I don't know, like really like solidify themselves to any situation to feel comfortable enough to trust. And so it always felt like this energy of like temporarily experiencing things only to sabotage and know that those things would just go or disappear. This person wasn't worthy of good things. It's like, I'm not worthy of good things. Everyone always goes, And so I feel like this person might choose not necessarily things that are important in their world and make decisions here to experience like empty, satisfying things for the moment over like important, solid things that could last forever. But I feel like there is an energy here of this person connecting to, which I'm assuming is going to be the back end person, in a way here that sees an infinite amount of potential that this person could step into, their potential, and come out of this self-destructive energy and this depression and this heaviness and this pessimism or victim mentality where they can't have enough or don't have enough or are not enough. There's a lot of that. And like be courageous enough to find it within themselves to change themselves in some way and trust other people and situations that they could be worthy of love and that they are capable of meeting this person specifically at their level, because I feel like this person doesn't see themselves in a very good light. And so maybe this is recent information that this person is coming to understand. And I do feel a heavy avoidance here with this avoidance and this bunny, fearful, where they're very skittish. They're very they could be very mistrusting because of this heavy energy that they carry. And so sometimes I feel if this person feels threatened, they might say things, that keep people out. I feel like this person is doing a lot of healing around being able to self-express authenticity and emotions, because I feel this person is challenged when it comes to expression. So either they don't talk much, or it just becomes very challenging for this person to communicate how they feel and express this. But this person, when it comes from their perspective, it's like a bar I can't reach, a situation that is out of my league. I'm just going to create a tense situation or dynamic here. So I feel like there's a challenge in connecting to emotions on a deep level. So never mind being able to even express on a deep level, because I feel this person has a hard time connecting themselves to that. There is a heavy pessimistic energy about this person that just feels like they're already losing or going to lose or don't have something. But I feel like this dynamic has woken something up with this person. There's an understanding of something, and I feel like the understanding is looking at their energy of victimization and choosing poorly or superficial type decisions here that don't necessarily matter so much in this person's stabilization of emotions and heart space, And so I feel this is triggered, like I said, some courageous act of leaning into some form of transformation by shedding the old things or shedding certain things. I feel this person's already shed some parts of self, is continuing to shed, understands that they could be quite cold, and I think this person is working on connecting to their uniqueness and seeing that they are unique, you know? But unless they can connect to that authenticity, then it's like they just see what they can't offer and how they sabotage. This person might use a lot of sort of music to connect because of that gap between them and their emotions. So music really is this person's like language, you know, emotional language. So it could be that this person uses music to express themselves and sends music or connects to music in a very sort of emotional way. It allows this person to regulate themselves where they might be blocked. Because you can imagine not being able to express oneself healthily would result in not good things. I feel like this person is working on finding balance and integration. And I feel like this person has genuine love here, okay, with this heart and this Knight of Cups towards, I'm assuming we're going to see the other person coming through on the other side, and is learning to regulate their emotions so they can express themselves and show up emotionally so they can have success and balance. But I feel like this person hasn't always done this and isn't always successful in doing this, and has potentially experienced a lot of conflict in this dynamic or just in their world because of this inability to find balance in their emotions and to sabotage and to keep to themselves. So let's see the back end. I'm going to put this away. We're going to get the other person or the situation, depending on how you resonate, and their perspective of this person. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, pile number 3. Let's take a look at the other person. Now, I'm going to pick 4 cards. Again, doesn't have to be every single one of these attributes or you or your person, but we'll pull 4 and see what comes through. Spirit for pile number 3, the other person here. And 1 more. Okay. So we have blonde coming through. I don't know if that came through already for you guys. I already forget. But natural blonde, bleached blonde, whatever blonde's coming through. Here in ponytail, we're getting feminine energy. I don't think that came out for you guys just yet. Did it? I don't know. Anyway, we have albino. Oh my goodness. It could be very pale skin. I'm getting, you know, albino is like white. Okay. But like no pigment, I should say. But I'm getting that snowflake, and the white is all about purity and being authentic. But anyway, albino, white hair, lacking pigment. We have pink roses, which is all about self-love. Lots of pink coming through. Pink is all about unconditional love. We have unhealthy habits. So we were seeing 3 cups in the other round. 3 cups could be drinking, could be, again, making decisions that aren't in line with necessarily good choices. Devil energy, Capricorn energy with unhealthy habits. And then we have tall. So I don't know, this person could be taller. Maybe this person is just short and finds people. Oh, let's see. Who is this though? This looks like somebody wearing a t-shirt, like a band t-shirt. Could be significant. I don't know what that is. Something chaos. Okay. And there, it looks like a chain link fence. So fences could talk about defensiveness. Okay. And I'll move these charms to the side for now. Let's pull the cards. And pile number 3, the other person's perspective about pile 3. How do they see pile 3. How does this person perceive pile 3? Okay. Let's see the tarot. How does the other person in this dynamic, the situation, perceive pile 3's energy? How are they intaking this energy? One more. Okay. Feel one more for that one. And let's take a look. We have Essence, growth level 108, love, forgiveness, gift of self, self-love, love of life, compassion, reconciliation. Type 9, the peacemaker, instinctive center between forgetting and asserting oneself. Oh my goodness, this is like the polar opposite. Prostitution, 65, degrading behavior, depravity, scam, pimping, belittlement, manipulation. The helper, emotional center between giving and receiving, collective plague. Virtue, detachment, disinterestedness, generosity, sharing, letting go, revitalization, freedom of mind. The observer, thinking center between interior and exterior. And we have card 37, perfectionism with fixation, requirement, procedure, serious, severity, precision, having a unique vision. Okay. And we have the card of 18, moon, Neptune. Wow. So moon is very watery energy because it's subconscious, and Neptune is dreamy as well. So Neptune is the ruling planet for Pisces, heavy Pisces, Cancer energy, 18, it's moon energy. And then we have vampire. Light attribute makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. Shadow attributes, pleading others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. Okie dokie. With the tarot, we have the 6 swords and the page of wands. We have the 6 cups, and we have the Emperor, Aries energy, and we have the Chariot, Cancer energy, and we have 5 cups. Okay, let's go through the charms. We have the seashell. We have this little cupcake, dessert. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Okay, new beginning. And we have this baby bottle. Okay, we have this pentacle, Ace of Pentacles coming out twice. Here we have it. And this Ace of Pentacles. We have this coin, which is the Scales of Justice. So Libra energy, justice. And we have this chameleon or lizard. We have this rabbit, and it looks like the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland holding the pocket watch, standing on its hind legs. We have DW, could be initials, could be an M, MD, DW, WD. We have this ivory little elephant. This elephant's all about fortune. Its trunk's up in the air. We have an airplane, so definitely could be a distance, geographical. We have this yoga pose of the tree pose. So someone can do yoga here. We have this little rat. Rats are about annoyances or maybe even mistrust here. We have a skeleton key. Again, so keys all about knowledge, information, and what do you know? We have the tent again, temporary circus, and we have a tiny mushroom here. Looks like the poisonous kind too. So let me channel what's this person, how this person sees pile number 3. Okie dokie. Okay. I feel there's a heavy sadness here of a realization of seeing pile number 3 in a way here that um, can understand pile three's suffering to an extent, and like seeing beyond that because there is love here, and seeing them through eyes of compassion, that the suffering that pile 3 is going through is something that they are inducing upon themselves in some way or creating upon themselves, but seeing beyond it as still seeing the love, that pile 3 has within their heart space here. I feel like this person is learning to, like, if this is a family member, it's like this person feels like there's a heavy feeling of having to make do with pile three's deficiencies in some way and see beyond that and see the good light of the destructive ways of pile number 3, because they do feel like pile 3 is a very heavy energy and takes a lot out of them, you know like pile 3's destructive ways like really takes a lot of energy to be in that world, because pile 3 always sort of needs something here that helps them get out of that state that maybe this person has been able to provide through love and compassion. But I feel like this person might be trying to detach themselves emotionally because there might be some, in denial here, or maybe trying to see the best in pile 3 that's never really come and left them feeling maybe empty-handed or drained. Maybe once too many times bailing them out or showing up, or, and feeling maybe used and like, yeah. So I feel like there might have been situations that this person has experienced with pile 3 where this person might have left empty-handed, but despite it, there's like feeling responsible for pile 3 in a way, like it's my childhood friend or my sweetheart or my soulmate or my child. Could be a parent-child relationship. It could certainly like be protector of pile 3 or feel like responsible. I feel like there is sadness that this person carries, and looking at how there is a lack of balance in pile 3's world, but specifically maybe in this dynamic that doesn't allow there to be success or movement in a way that pile this person might have wanted to see happen with pile 3. So there's a couple of things coming through. This person might have had like rose-colored glasses or some fantasy of the best optimal way pile 3 could be, and that things could move in that direction and be balanced at some point, and is feeling sad that it's not happening, or sad that it hasn't been this way, or sad that they have to move forward from pile number 3 because pile 3 is destructive, and this person is learning to detach so that they're able to line up differently rather than feel drained with situations where if people don't want to help themselves, like pile 3, then this person feels they can't give anymore. They are seeing pile 3 as somebody that maybe they wanted to nurture or have been nurturing. Again, father energy, like wanting to protect, wanting to give nurturance, but seeing pile 3 as defensive, but also seeing a very sweet side, or what could be sweet, but also could be toxic, could be poisonous at times, and like pile 3 might have been on some other different dimension here, maybe even under substances and just their destructive ways. I couldn't reach them. They're on some other planet some other states, and with all the moon, like driven by their fears. So they think that pile 3 is driven by fears or not providing any level of, because we saw challenge with communication from pile 3. It's like there's a lot of having to guess what pile 3 is emotionally, energetically feeling. And with this tall, I feel like it's rising above pile 3's state, so I could be the bigger person or protect pile 3 or be, like more rise above so I can see and guide and sort of take care and nurture. Even this plane's like rising above, but this person does feel like there's distance. And I do feel like this person sees that pile 3 might be somebody who has been quite cold. And I feel like this person might also feel like they are lacking resources here to cope, feeling maybe out, feeling like pile 3 has been cold-blooded or hasn't shown any warmth. And by like taking in some way here with this lizard as well, and had to sort of manage. And so I feel like there's something about divine timing coming through, but maybe it's like seeing pile 3 go from like a very skittish or avoidant to, with the divine timing here, to maybe being a little bit more changed. So this is confirming that shift we were seeing. That's a transformation. There is this seeing pile 3 go from like a running away to being a little more open potentially, but still cautious, but seeing as pile 3 being their worst enemy, that their confidence could be like lacking, or like their self-speak, like eroding. And maybe it eroded a lot of this connection between pile 3 and this person, and that pile 3 had, again, like a temporary energy that maybe wasn't sustainable or just was shifting like the wind with this circus, or that pile 3 was performing in some way, but not connecting to self-love and that sort of thing. And so I do feel like authentically this person sees pile 3 as potentially being someone that could be quite blessed and provide a lot of blessings here and a lot of luck, but seeing that pile 3 hasn't connected to it or is giving it away freely, however, energetically, by not believing in it or just like squandering it in some way here, but has the potential to be blessed or in luck. And so they're also seeing pile number 3 as somebody maybe who has had to make the most of getting themselves balanced, even if it was through a challenging environment or lacking something, like being very unique and finding stability. You're still having to do it, having to find peace, having to find to remain maybe calm or find a way to stabilize themselves rather than reaching out to the unhealthy ways of doing it, which maybe pile 3 always falls back on, but thinking that pile 3 does need to confront certain parts of themselves and allow themselves to have a solid new beginning at life, or a new beginning of understanding themselves, or that they see pile 3 as somebody who is confronting having a new beginning in their world, who is at the early stages of making change here, but planting this seed for a future outcome. There's no longer running. We were seeing, like I said, that rabbit. So maybe when pile 3 was running, it's now pile 3's confronting, although it hasn't yet grown. It's still early, but they see pile 3 as maybe confronting this, still a little hastily, still a little rough around the edges, but at least like that lion that was coming through with pile 3 is like the courage to face this and to find balance and to find harmony in this dynamic, or just within balance within pile 3's world. But there is something very sweet about pile 3 that could be offered here, but overindulgence here as well. Like pile 3 likes to overindulge, overindulge in things that feel good in the moment or taste good in the moment or satisfy in the moment, but then feel bad about it, or like sold their soul about it and made themselves not aligned with the self-love. Could, like I said, utilize substances with unhealthy habits in this mushroom, so could do recreational mushrooms, but doesn't necessarily mean unhealthy unless there's like a codependency. on substances here, like even maybe food, sugary foods, but I feel this is just an overindulgence in what feels good in the moment. So they are seeing pile 3 as potentially somebody who needed nurturing, or who was maybe emotionally a little immature, or like seeing them as someone younger than them, maybe not as established, or not having as much power over control over their own world in some way, but wanting to reconcile and be sort of there. I feel like this person sees pile 3 as having to go through their own journey of leaving behind what doesn't serve them, and this person not being able to do anything about it, and feeling sad that they can't do anything other than just watch pile 3 transition out of hard times. And maybe they're seeing pile 3 as finally getting excited about this, or finally ready to explore this. But it's going to take time for them to transition out. And it's like, in the meantime, this person feels like, I don't want to be sucked dry or my energy be drained in some way here, or have rose-colored glasses about a fantasy of the potential of pile 3 that might just be moonlight energy that never comes here in some way. And with this perfectionism, maybe it's like, I feel like pile 3 might have done a lot to this connection or dynamic, that maybe this person's like, unless there's this bar, and it could be an unrealistic bar, then I can't indulge, or I have to detach from pile 3, because then I would just be sort of involved with pile 3's unhealthy ways. And so now there's like this with perfectionism, is like a bar I know pile 3 can't reach right now, because pile 3 is at a low or incapable at this time, is still learning and exploring and like, there's a need to confront, but the only swords we see here is this Knight Swords. And so Knight Swords isn't necessarily saying the nicest words, or speaking with emotions. And even this 6 Swords is like coming out of 5 Swords. So it's like, this person doesn't see that pile 3 has expressed themselves or communicated emotions. So there's a lot of that. Like, there's an understanding and maybe a soul recognition, maybe even familial here. Like, we've been friends since high school, or I remember you from a past life, or there's a genuine, innocent love here. Like, I almost feel like parental love, like I want to protect pile number 3 and this connection, but pile 3 has not been able to right any wrongs or communicate, express. So there's a detachment here from, I don't know, from maybe being like sucked into pile 3's drama, but also seeing pile 3 as detached from emotions, and doing maybe with this prostitution. Now, this doesn't have to be like sexual acts so much. And I don't feel so much it is. I feel like this prostitution is seeing pile 3 partake in unhealthy habits, whether it be sex, drugs, sex and rock and roll, whatever the thing is here. Okay, immediate gratification in the moment, pleasurable stuff, and choose this rather than choosing love. This pile 3 is a little detached. And maybe pile 3 thinks that I was expecting some form of perfectionism here, or thinking that to be just sort of in loving energy requires some form of perfectionism, and it doesn't. Like seeing that pile 3 is in some moonlight fantasy energy about what does it mean to show up, and confusing that with having to be perfect. But that's a misconception here, which could certainly be very draining. I do feel this person feels very drained and saddened by how things have transpired. And I do feel this person would want success and would want sort of a good coming together, but I feel like there's an experience here that might have changed the dynamic for a bit. But I do feel there's an unconditional love, and I do feel like there is a forgiveness here, but I don't know if it's like forgive and forget to repeat a cycle or just forgive and move past. But really recognizing that pile 3 needs to love themselves, and that this person would show compassion, And the only way this will come is by pile 3 understanding themselves and doing the reflecting and identifying where they have their inner critic, who could certainly be creating a lot of havoc within pile 3's world, and it has eroded this dynamic, this connection, where things have just not been very balanced or just. So I do feel that this person might kind of see pile 3 with a new beginning, but I feel like there's a loss of hope here, if I got to be honest, because I do feel like this person has experienced the opposite, and this has been their reality of pile number 3. So I do feel for a lot, this person's moving away, from the challenge that pile 3 would give. But I feel like for some of you guys, it's like seeing pile 3 move out of this energy and them sort of witnessing this and feeling very protective and still sort of wanting to show compassion and love and reconciliation and help and see. I feel either which way, this person wants to see pile 3 succeed, wants to see pile 3 find balance, and wants there to be harmony and justice served in this dynamic, but mostly just justice served for pile 3 rather than pile 3 sort of squandering their energy. Okay, so this is what I have for you guys. Pile number 3 is most likely was, I said, like a flip pile. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you guys like these readings, and I will see you guys at the next one. Bye-bye.